One thing I haven't figured out yet is how to get the what I'm doing in myself on the screen all at once. Maybe it's just not a doable thing. What I have planned here is what's I've seen suggested is that the best way to lay this flexible track is with the movable section. When you bend this here, this part of it, you see it's getting shorter, and then it can get longer. So that should be to the outside. I'm not sure why, but that's what I'll do. So I'll take that, flip it around, put that on the outside, and then I'm going to take this other piece, make sure I have the sliding part to the outside. There it is, like that. I'm going to connect it to this part, and then I'm going to solder it. They say that that's a good way to avoid kinks. There's other methods as well, which I may explore, but this one seems pretty easy if it's true and if it actually works. So here we go. So first thing I think I gotta do is remove a couple of ties here, because I know that when this thing slides, it is gonna, these aren't quite the right pliers for this, but yeah, we'll make it work. So just nip the plastic there, a couple of ties back. Hopefully that'll be enough. Let's save this, because I ruined that, but there it is, it's saved. I'll do the same thing here. I'll cut a couple of ties back, and we'll see how this is all going to work out. I don't know. These nippers are a little tough it's tough to get the right height when you're doing this, but I did it. So there you go. So when it's all together and down, you can always slip those back in place and make it look like it's got all the ties again. So let's see, let's just put on a couple of railroad joiners and put this piece together. That one there just slides right along it like it's going there. I wonder if that's not out of the same package. Let's see. Try a fresh one. Yeah. You want to have to force them on it. So if you don't have to force them on, then don't even bother. Pair of pliers, because these things can be a little bit tough. Boy, it's a lot more than just a little tough, isn't it? I feel like I'm going to end up hurting myself here. That's the last thing I want to do. I don't know why this one here is going on so hard and the other one's slipped right on nice. Again, here we are, learning. I don't know if I have the wrong joiners for this particular track. I don't know what this track is because I got it at it was part of an estate sale. It hasn't been used, or if it has, you never really installed it the way you would. Okay, so there they are, put together. We need a nice flat surface to do this, otherwise I'm still going to end up with kinks, I think. I don't know if you probably can't see what I'm doing here, but I've got everything together. I'm going to solder it now. And soldering is so interesting. I'm sure you want to see what I'm doing. Not really. Soldering. You know what else is interesting? Drinking coffee. There we go. So I'm going to probably get one of these done and stop the camera and see what we got. Let that heat up real good. All right. Here we have it. That's one side. Gosh, I hope this all works out. And this is where the shaky hands don't help. But I generally manage to overcome it. I will not let it win or beat me. Come on, baby. Let's get some heat on there. There we go. There we go. Yeah, come on. Once I get it rested, I'm good. Make sure you get both sides of the track, and to do that you got to make sure that this rail right here, both rails are hot. And I'd say pretty much got it there. Okay, I'd say that's done. I'm going to have nice electrical connection there between these two. So let's just put this one down and see how we did. See if we avoided that nasty kink. If I should solder another one on, that worked pretty good. That looks good, I think. So, how are we going to attach the track? Now, that's the next question. So, there's no holes in this, so you can't do that. So apparently this is going to require some glue. And like I said, this particular track doesn't have any holes in it for nails. I would have to actually drill holes for nails if I wanted to use them. Of course, I don't want to use them. I really want to just lay this in place, and I don't have any wood to drive nails into, so that's one issue. I have just foam, so I had planned right from the beginning to just glue this down. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. But now that I'm here, I'm not sure how to start it, especially without any holes. Well, the holes shouldn't matter. I should still be able to just do this. As long as I don't hit a board, I can do that like that. So that holds that in place. All right, let's continue doing that. You know what I'm saying? Put that down in there nice and tight. Come along here. Do it again. And I think just trying to center it on the cork, and beautiful. Of course, then I gotta figure out, now how am I going to glue this down? That is a good question. I think maybe I'll just hot glue it in a few spots right near where I put these pins in, and later on when I ballast, yeah, so let's see, how can I put this? If I use my hot glue gun, I can certainly put a little dab here, a little dab there. I can just kind of tack weld it, as we say in the submarine building industry. I used to be a ship fitter, and that's what we did. We tack welded pieces in place, and I think that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm not sure how a glob of glue is going to look when I'm all done, but we'll figure that out, and maybe after I get the ballast down, I can remove these little dots of glue, because the ballast will hold this all in place. So that's kind of where I'm heading with this. Yeah, let's do it. I get this track ready to go. All right, hot glue it is. So let's see, where's my hot glue gun? I got the hot glue sticks there. I need my hot glue gun. Here it is. Oh yeah. You're learning with me, folks. Probably learning what not to do. But whatever. I like doing things my own way, and figure stuff out. I think that's going to be a nice smooth track right there. I really do. I think it's going to be great. And this is where coffee comes in real handy. You have some coffee while you're thinking about stuff, and yeah, you should have coffee as well, because it's God's gift to mankind, along with beer. It's too early for beer. Coffee time it is. Now, where would I put this glob of glue? Would I put it in the middle so it really holds it well? So then I'll have all these little globs of glue all along the track. I'm not sure I'm liking this thought process at all. Maybe a better idea. You know what? I have another idea. I don't know how crazy this idea is, but I got some super glue here. And I wonder, because this won't show up at all, I just take, well, let's just, okay, that's running. Just take a little bit of this super glue. Shake your hands. I think that is super glued in place and completely invisible. I know that I've never seen anybody do this before, so this is my own way of doing it. It only has to hold it in place for a little while, because like I said, once I ballast it, all of this will be held in place really good with lots of glue and ballast. And in case you're wondering, what ballast is, here's a little bit of it. So, you know, if you're not into model railroading and you're just learning watching me, I mean, this will get poured over all the track and then glue poured all over it. The track isn't going anywhere after that. So I'm hoping that this glue that I just put in here will hold things in place real well. I had some squirty stuff. I don't know where it is. You know, since I cleaned out my basement and rearranged everything, it's like I can never find anything anymore. But we'll just wait a couple of minutes. I'll pause this so you don't have to wait for my glue to dry. All right, so I did super glue them down, and it's time to see if I can remove these tacks and if the track will stay in place. If it does, that's awesome. That means I can continue with this method. Well, I'm going to need pliers to pull these pins out, especially if I got a little super glue on them. Oh! No super glue on that one. It seemed to be staying in place very well. I'd say the super glue trick is quite possibly the new way to lay railroad track. I mean, it's there, it's good. I could run trains on that right now. I think what might be better in the future, though, would probably be some gel super glue rather than the thin stuff that I'm using. But it's all that I've got right now, so I'll just continue with it. And, so I managed to get all the way around to there. So now I'm going to just start this inner track. And I'll put that in using the same method. I don't think you need to see it again, but I'm going to use the same method, and basically, I guess I'll see you when I'm running train. That's it for now. Goodbye.